All right, folks. All right, Black Sheep family. Welcome to Nino's Corner.tv. So, all right, things are going to start getting bumpy from here forward. We're going into May 17th, National Prayer Day for Donald Trump, bringing America together for prayer. And then we can expect some, some shit to start happening. So, Paula White, the spiritual advisor for Trump, was left visibly shaken and stuttering in some reports, shocked to the core about what she heard in the White House. I'm going to get into all of that and more as I move into this podcast. But let me get through some of my stuff. You know, I got to make some money. I got to pay the bills, folks. And what do I mean by that? I got to read an ad. So first, folks, notification button. Hit the notification button. Like, share, subscribe. And Venmo, if you want to help me out, I appreciate it. 𝗬-ROD1977, and I answer all the questions on there as well. When the lights go out on Amazon, lights go out. Sorry, lights go out on Amazon. Please leave an honest review. Also, my mama's book, The Mexican Mix. Please leave an honest review on that. My printer broke today, so I'm going to be doing everything from my phone. Yeah, ghetto style. Nothing new here about that. Folks, get your red light. This is not ghetto. This is a med bed hack. Hey, everybody, it's your guy, David Nino Rodriguez here. You've heard me talk about med beds, the next level healing machines that repair your cells, kill inflammation, and reverse damage with red light and PEMF. Well, the full med bed hack is here right now. It's red light therapy panels plus a PEMF bioforged mat from myredlight.com. These panels flood you with 9 of the most proven and highest powered red and near infrared wavelengths, while the PEMF bioforged mat delivers 8 powerful coils and 4 targeted wavelengths of red and near infrared light, plus a built-in 9-hour timer just in case you take that long nap. You get restorative sleep sessions together with supercharging your mitochondria, melt inflammation, clear zombie cells, boost collagen, skyrocket energy, erase brain fog, improve sleep, speed recovery, and literally help your body heal from the inside out, exactly like the med beds everyone's waiting for. I do this full combo almost every day, and I feel 10 years younger. I'll say 15 years younger. Stronger, sharper, pain-free. If you're done waiting for tomorrow's tech, grab a med bed hack today. Go to myredlight.com right now and use Nino 25 for 25% off and Nino 30 for 30% off bundled items. Folks, I'm telling you right now, it's worth it. It's better than having to go to a clinic. They charge you like $85 to $100 in some places to just sit in front of red light panels. You can have them at your house. It's way easier. Way easier. Nino's Corner.shop. Get a cap, get a shirt. Truth Hits Hard. That's all there right now. It's the online store. It's right below the video. Get yourself some gear. It's worth it. We're going to be bringing in a new line pretty soon as well. You got stickers, caps, mugs, coffee mugs, the whole thing. It's all there. Nino's Corner.tv. The sale is still going. I'm going to leave this up for a while for people because you guys are really enjoying it. It's a one-time payment, baby. One-time payment. And you live forever on Nino's Corner.tv. Now, I'm going to say this. As we start coming into what I know is coming, and I can't betray the trust of a lot of people I talk to, but things are coming. Yes, and more indictments. The pressure on the deep state is going to pick up like you've never seen, and it's going to cause the deep state to make some panic moves. But these moves have to be made. They have to be made from what I'm hearing. We're also coming into a major bond crisis, a financial crisis coming into 2027. 𝗬𝗏 is going to be having a meeting in Vegas. I'm going to it, I think in June, middle of June. I'll be live streaming out there talking about what's coming. This is serious. It's going to be how you prepare for this. Now, I'm being really honest with you folks. It's a lot more serious than I expected. And this is probably going to start hitting way before midterms. Just saying that right now. So it's best to prep and get ready. So I'm going to go into why people close to the president and people in D.C. are choosing to prep right now, and they're going to stores and they're emptying store shelves. Certain people in the know a lot of people are even just hiding away, leaving the cities. Really crazy stuff is happening right now from what I'm hearing, and I'm going to get into all of that and more. So this is getting to be a crazy time in American history, and Trump is a wartime president. He's not here for peace. He doesn't give a shit about your feelings. This is about winning the country back, and this is the guy I voted for, and he's doing it by rolling up his sleeves and getting his hands dirty. Sorry, but I'm going to tell you this right now. A lot of us, a lot of you, you may not make it if you're not preparing correctly. And I'm just going to say that because it's going to get treacherous. It's going to get hard. So, I call Trump the great exposer, right? He was the great exposer. He exposed everything. Now we're coming into, we did the ICE raids, more ICE raids to come, by the way. I'm hearing they're going to be very severe coming. Maduro was captured. Iran has been neutralized. We're still going to have some problems with Iran, from my understanding. They're not going to give up that easily, but they are neutralized as a nuclear threat. But that doesn't mean that the globalists don't have more tricks up their sleeves. And I'm hearing, yes, another boogeyman where people get sick is on its way. Lots of stuff in the pipeline, folks. They're not going to just roll over and play dead. They're not. This is going to get a lot more bumpy, a lot more turbulent. So let me get into this. But Nino's Corner.tv, the Ghost, 𝗏𝗏, Joshua Reed is coming back on today. 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, baby's coming on again. George Papadopoulos, I'm going to have him back on because he's the key to Russiagate, and a lot of stuff is going to be popping with Russiagate. There's nowhere to run and hide. Also, Gene Decode. Gene Decode is going to be the general in the general's den this month. So that's going to be huge. And Ringside with Nino is the 13th. The 13th Wednesday, we're going to war game together. I hope you all enjoyed 𝗏𝗏 stopping by and saying hello. He stayed on with you guys for like 3 hours from what I heard. Pretty crazy. So that's awesome. That's pretty awesome. All right, folks, you might want to turn it down or turn it up, baby. Here we go. Coming at you live from the apocalypse, folks. Yeah. It's about to get real. Ask yourself this. Why are we coming into May 17th of Prayer Day? Why does Trump find it so important to bring everyone together for prayer? Why? Why is his senior advisor, spiritual advisor, worried? She shouldn't be worried. She should be confident. Trust in Jesus. Trust in Jesus. There's some things that are coming, folks, that we need to be ready for. And I've been having a lot of conversations, a lot of them. So as we head into May 17th, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit, 2026, the major event called Rededicate 250, a national jubilee of prayer, praise, and thanksgiving, will take place on the National Mall in Washington, D.C. This is a special non-annual event. So I guess it's just happening once as we go into what's going to be what I consider crazy times. It is part of the 250th anniversary celebrations of the Declaration of Independence, encouraging Americans to gather for prayer, worship, and national unity. The purpose is to celebrate 250 years of American history and rededicate the country to one nation under God, taking it away from the globalists, coming back to a what? A republic. A republic. That's what's important to know about this right now. And the irony is, as we approach this National Prayer Day for America, here's the irony in all this. Rumors are swirling. Now, I've got some very credible people telling me this is real. Rumors are swirling that Paula White, this is the this is his spiritual advisor, has been seriously reflecting on herself and decision in taking this position of being Trump's spiritual advisor after sitting in on meetings. White House spiritual advisor Paula White warns that there are decisions being made right now inside the White House that have left her visibly shaken and deeply fearful for the future, for humanity's future. Now, I've always said, folks, what I'm concerned about is AI, because what Trump's doing right now as he's taking down these deep state criminals, they're moving in, and they're moving in fast with the digital prison of AI. That I'm not making this up. They're moving just as fast as Trump is on the arrest, which a lot of you say, that's just taking forever, David. You're crazy. I know it is taking forever, but it's coming now. 2026 going into 2027 is going to be for the books. It's going to be for the books. She says she has held direct discussions with Marco Rubio, Susie Wiles, and President Trump regarding big decisions that will soon impact entire nations, plural, nations. Not nation, nations. It's absolutely hell hounding you in every way you can imagine, she says. That's what she said. It's absolutely hell hounding you in every way you can imagine. I think they're talking about the coming digital prison, the EMP, taking down the grid, and then rebooting us into this AI prison. You see what they're doing with the vehicles now. They're going to have an AI system built into the 2027 vehicles. You're not going to be able to even drive your car without it, doing face recognition and deciding if you're well enough to drive or not. And listen, let's also say if a police officer or a globalist drone decides to stop your vehicle and pull you over, it just hits a kill switch and you're done. And you just pull over, your car turns off and you pull off. How many accidents is that going to cause by itself? Just that by itself. So this digital prison is being made right now. Now I'm hoping Trump signs an executive order to stop this, because it's happening right now, right underneath our noses. So the change of tune comes shortly after just last week. Paula White-Cain says opposing Trump is opposing God. Trump's spiritual advisor, Paula White-Cain, has reignited controversy after resurfaced videos show her saying that rejecting Donald Trump is equivalent to rejecting God. The remarks made while recounting her decision to join Trump's evangelical advisory board come amid a sitting of religiously themed controversies involving the former president. Critics warn that such statements blur the line between faith and political allegiance, deepening divisions within both religious and political spheres. Paula White's divine assignment claim in a resurfaced clip, Paula White-Cain described her decision to join Donald Trump's evangelical advisory board as a divine assignment, stating, to say no to President Trump would be like saying no to God. God directed her to take on the role before his 2016 inauguration. Her comments have renewed focus on her influence within the Trump's religious outreach and the merging of spiritual authority and political advocacy. So now preppers are beginning to get worried on what may come after this National Prayer Day of May 17th. And shelves are getting cleared out that are people that are in the know and are close to Trump's administration are preparing. I'm just going to tell you that right now. And it's only a matter of time before this hits, the click goes boom. So I'm telling you now, my audience, Black Sheep family, you probably should be getting some essentials. Just saying that right now. Get some essentials. Many in the know preppers with ties close to the government officials and the Trump administration are being told to prepare. Reports of store shelves in D.C. are starting to clear out by shoppers preparing for emergencies like a government or infrastructure shutdown, civil unrest, or anticipated food shortages, with essentials such as water, bread, milk, and canned goods disappearing rapidly. The panic buying is happening as we approach May 17th prayer day. So what my concern is not before May 17th. It's what's going to happen May 17th and on. So June, July, August, September. I'm thinking more the fall. That's just my hunch as we come into midterms. I think we all know, and I think we all feel that, yeah, shit's going to get weird. Shit's going to get weird. It's going to get bumpy. And the Democrats know this. Also, add into that, some of my guests have told you that Trump's going to sign some executive orders and declare a national emergency. Why? Why is he going to declare a national emergency? What's going to happen? This also happens when supply chains are under pressure of when only 5 to 10% of customers start hoarding, exhausting inventory designed to serve only a small portion of the population at once. What is reportedly being cleared is water, often the first item to disappear during a crisis, non-perishable canned meats, fruits, vegetables, and soups, staples, pasta, rice. The staples are pasta, rice, flour, and oatmeal. Household supplies, toilet paper. You gotta wipe your ass. Toilet paper. Oh, you can use a rock outside and then throw it in the neighbor's yard. I never. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that. The toilet paper and cleaning products, and So what does so my question is this: what does Paula White know? What does she know? What's freaking her out? I thought you're supposed to trust in Jesus. Hey, you better be telling people what you know, Paula White. So is it a Chinese threat, another war, banks shutting down, financial collapse, an EMP attack, 10 days of darkness? My hunch is Trump is getting ready to make the moves and arrests we've all been waiting for. And this war is about to level up in ways we can only imagine. And when Paula White comes out and says things like this, it's for you, the people in the know that are spiritually sound, to take heed and start, you might want to get to the store, cut a little money aside, get some more water, a little more than usual, get some rice, get some beans, frijoles, con res, queso. I know you like the queso. I'm just saying, folks, it might be time right now. Buy a generator. You can go to a store and get a generator. You don't want to be caught with your pants down, so to speak. In other news, former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani now hospitalized in critical condition. I hope he's okay. Prayers out to him. I've had him on my show before, I think twice. New York City Mayor, this is sad. Rudy Giuliani is hospitalized in critical condition. His spokesman said on Sunday it is unclear why Giuliani is hospitalized. The statement reads, Mayor Rudy Giuliani is currently in the hospital where he remains in critical but stable condition. Mayor Giuliani is a fighter who has faced many challenges in his life with unwavering strength. And he's fighting with that same level of strength as we speak. We do ask that you join us in prayer for America's Mayor Rudy Giuliani. Let's see what happens with him. I know he's old. I think he's in his 80s, if I'm right. This is also, as we come into midterms, this is weird. This is getting weird. This is another level of insanity. They don't stop, folks. They're going to keep going in more and more. So New York Governor Kathy Hochul just made it official. Now, I'm hearing this from a lot of different people, and then I went to fact check it on ChatGPT and Grok, and it says, no, and it is not true. But also when you go fact check Charlie Kirk's assassination, it says he's still alive. I don't, whatever. Fact check all you want. But from what I'm hearing is kids in school with 250 plus students will be, so kids in bigger schools will be forced to mask up for the entire 2026-2027 school year. No exceptions without a doctor's note. She's calling flu and rhinovirus outbreaks the same ones that magically disappeared and claiming masks stopped everything. 92% of New York schools will be hit by this. They are really trying to bring back the 2020 circus. So fact check it all you want. This is what I'm hearing is happening. Don't shoot the messenger. Trump's Truth Social post, here it is. So ironic that crying Chuck Schumer and the Democrats are hiring sleazebags like Barack Hussein Obama's crooked former Attorney General Eric Holder and others of that ilk. I don't know what that means. To look into voter integrity. This is going to be a fight for midterms, folks. Both sides are going in. So to look into voter integrity when this same group of human garbage rigged the 2020 presidential election, get tough, Republicans. They're coming, and they're coming fast. They're no good for our country. They almost destroyed it, and we don't want to let that happen again. These are highly dishonest people who are in many ways treasonous in that they are trying to destabilize the United States of America in what some would call a war. That's important to understand that, a war. Republicans must terminate the filibuster and approve all the necessary safeguards we need for elections to protect the American public during the upcoming midterms. Make America great again, President Donald J. Trump. So pretty crazy how they're projecting and they're saying, oh, we got to make elections safe again. This is going to be a messy ordeal, folks, coming into midterms. I'm suspecting, excuse me, Sancho needed to cough. I'm expecting a delay. Just going to be honest. I don't think these are going to kick off the way people expect. This is going to be a war to the end. And both sides are going in, and they're both going to play the same tune. Democrats are going to try to fix the elections. Republicans are going to try to fix the elections. Trump's going to try to steal the elections. Democrats are going to try to steal the elections. This is what's coming. Mass confusion. Mass confusion. And there's going to be operations underway that are going to be pretty severe, from my understanding. You're going to think you're living in a movie. That's all I can tell you right now. This is going to feel like you're living in a movie. It's going to be insane. Iran relays new peace proposal to U.S. Iran negotiators have relayed a new proposal for a peaceful resolution to the fighting with the United States and Israel, Iranian state media reported. The state-run Islamic Republic News Agency said Iranian negotiators transmitted the latest proposal to Pakistani intermediaries overnight on April 30th, but did not provide further details about the new peace framework. We did not detail private diplomatic conversations. White House spokesman Anna Kelly, told the Epoch Times in an email statement. President Trump has been clear that Iran can never possess a nuclear weapon. And negotiations continue to ensure that the short and long-term national security of the United States is intact. So Iran offers a 1-month deal to end war as world faces tipping point. Plan requires both sides to lift Strait of Hormuz blockades and leaves issue of Tehran nuclear program unresolved. Iran has proposed a 1-month deadline to permanently end the war with the U.S. and open the Strait of Hormuz. I like saying it like that. Hormuz. I picture this big, fat, like, Middle Eastern guy eating hummus with his fat, pudgy fingers and hair all over his stomach and chest. Hormuz. Open the Strait of Hormuz. Yeah. That's just my visual. I don't know why. With a camel next to him taking a dump. I don't know. The proposal arrived as oil analysis warned that a tipping point in global crude oil reserves would be hit by the end of May, threatening to send prices soaring in the summer. The 14-point plan would require both sides to lift their blockades of the Strait of Hormuz, completely ending the war in Lebanon and release Iran's frozen assets. It would also require the U.S. to pay compensation and lift sanctions against Tehran. Iran has proposed a deadline of a month. Who are they to propose any deadline? Do they not just remember Trump was sending bombers over there that could have been outfitted with nuclear weapons to end their civilization, and they're giving us stipulations and a deadline? Give me a break. So I will soon be reviewing the plan that Iran has just sent to us, but can't imagine that it would be acceptable and that they have not yet paid a big enough price for what they have done to humanity and the world over the last 47 years, the U.S. president said in a post on Truth Social. Mr. Trump has said he is waiting for the exact wording of the Iranian proposal. He has also kept the possibility of renewing strikes on Iran on the table. I think we're going to resort to that. I just do. Asked on Saturday whether he might resort or restart attacks on Iran, the U.S. president replied, "I don't want to say that. I mean, I can't tell that to the reporter. If they misbehave, if they do something bad, right now we'll see. But it is a possibility that it could happen." I think it's going to happen. Just a hunch. I don't know. Just a hunch. Could we see, I had a lot of you seem to really like the video with 𝗬𝗓 𝗶𝗹, by the way. I'm going to try to have her on again. There you go, Alex. Great. That's pretty much what I envision. And right, man, you're right on target. There you go, folks. There it is right there. That's what I picture. Strait of Hormuz. Open the Strait of Hormuz. Oh boy. Oh geez. I just, I think I think that we are coming into a nuclear possibility. That's all I'm going to say. That's really all I'm going to say. 𝗬𝗓 𝗶𝗹 says she's remote viewed this. She's 25 for 25. I don't know where she got that number. This, militarily, listen, folks, I just bring the guests on, but I mean, she sounds pretty credible to me. And I got to say, some people are just able to do these things. I had Darius J. Wright on, and he's able to like slow his pulse rate down to like to the 20s and leave his body. I mean, the Apple Watch, data is there. He can bring his pulse down to in the 20s and leave his body. That's pretty fucking phenomenal to me. And so I kind of listen when I see the data. Are people able to do this and see certain things? I believe in that stuff. Add that in with so Elizabeth April saw a nuclear mushroom cloud in one of her visions, and she says half the world's going to wake up thinking the world ended. There's going to be like a huge Mandela effect. Half the world will wake up thinking the world ended. The other half will just not know what they're talking about, but there's going to be some kind of nuclear explosion, she says. Maybe some of us will think it's just a scare event. It doesn't happen. To others, it really happens. Like a Mandela split is what she describes. Pretty crazy. Now, add that in with over 6,500 tons of U.S. ammunition and military equipment have arrived in Israel just this last weekend, more than 4 times the usual rate. More than 4 times the usual rate. What are they waiting? What's going on here? I mean, we're really arming Israel to the gills right now, especially this last weekend. 6,500 tons. Folks, a ton. 6,500 tons of U.S. ammunition and military equipment have arrived in Israel. Tons. Tons. What are they getting ready for? What are they getting ready for? I hope it's not Turkey. Trump says the U.S. will guide stranded ships from the Strait of Hormuz starting on Monday. Dubai, United Arab Emirates, the United States will launch an effort on Monday to guide stranded ships from the Iran-gripped Strait of Hormuz. President Donald Trump said, giving a few details about what could be a sweeping effort to help hundreds of vessels and some 20,000 seafarers. Trump said in a social media post on Sunday that neutral and innocent countries have been affected by the Iran war, and we have told these countries that we will guide their ships safely out of these restricted waterways so they can freely and ably get on their way to business. Project Freedom is what he's calling it. I don't know. I just keep looking at this 6,500 tons. Are you kidding me? 6,500 tons of armory? I mean, they're getting ready for something, folks. Acting AG 𝗧𝗵𝗶𝗀 confirms the DOJ has more evidence against Comey than just his 𝗦𝗫ₐ𝗰𝗶𝗹 post. This is not just about a single Instagram post. This is about a body of evidence the grand jury collected over 11 months. So 𝗧𝗵𝗶𝗀 is going all in. He's doing what Pam Bondi couldn't. I think Pam Bondi was obviously just a placeholder. I do see maybe another person replacing 𝗧𝗵𝗶𝗀 in the future. We'll see. Depends how serious this guy is. But you better believe Trump has people in mind all the way down the line. That's just the way it is. Adam Schiff could be the next on the chopping block. DOJ prosecuting Comey because 𝗂𝗏𝗡 wants to keep his job, is what Adam Schiff is saying. Senator Adam Schiff said Sunday that the Department of Justice, DOJ, sought another grand jury indictment of James Comey because the acting Attorney General 𝗧𝗵𝗏𝗡 wants to stay in the post full time. Schiff told host Kristen Welker on NBC's Meet the Press that the DOJ sought the indictment, which a grand jury in the Eastern District of North Carolina returned on Tuesday because Comey is a political opponent of President Trump. Yeah, never mind all the evidence coming out against Russiagate, which will lead to 2020 and Obamagate, by the way. Folks, this is going to come a lot faster than you think. It's going to come a lot faster than a lot of you are saying, it'll be another slap on the wrist. We'll have to wait till 2027, 2028. Nope. It's going to start happening really fast after this National Prayer Day, May 17th, is what I'm hearing. Real fast. And Adam Schiff may be, I don't know, there might be a target on him. Coming for you, Adam. Pencil neck Schiff. Acting Attorney General says indictment against James Comey goes beyond the seashell photo. Now, that was just the opening to get our foot in the door. Acting Attorney General 𝗬𝗏𝗯𝗀 said Sunday that the indictment of former FBI Director James Comey goes beyond the Instagram post central to his case. This is not just about a single Instagram post, 𝗦𝗯𝗀 told NBC News Meet the Press on Sunday. This is about a body of evidence that prosecutors collected over this series of about 11 months. That evidence was presented to the grand jury. Now, is he going to flip on Obama to make himself a little bit of a sweetheart deal and implicate everybody else? I'm hearing that's what's in the works. Old Comey. Yeah, Obama, I guess you thought he was a better friend to you than that, huh? Not likely. Not likely. In fact, was the 𝗬𝗏𝗶𝗹 𝗠𝗲 post a signal or a sign to Trump that he's ready to talk? Was that what that really was? Was he signaling to the White Hats, hey, I'm ready. I'm actually ready to talk. I don't know, folks. I think there's a lot of smoke there, and when there's smoke, there's fire. Bill Barr, is Bill Barr turning? Well, these are rumors. Again, this is just a rumor of Attorney General Bill Barr says biggest regret is not persecuting Obama. Wow, why the change of heart? President Trump's former Attorney General William Barr, who served as AG during Trump's first term, said in a recent interview that his biggest regret during his time as America's top cop is not bringing charges against disgraced former President Barack Obama. We had all the evidence that serious, unprecedented crimes were committed. He essentially engaged in a coup against his predecessor. I just didn't think that it would be a good I just didn't think that would be a good precedent to set, criminally charging a former president of the United States after seeing what they did to President Trump. I now have strong regrets about not charging Obama, who committed actual crimes, said Barr. President Trump has since described Barr as a weak, ineffective rhino. I don't know. I think that's what he is, too. I think he's just trying to save his own ass, and I think he's going to come to the table as well. Or was he always a white hat? Was he always a white hat? Folks, this is having to be done with surgical precision. Surgical precision. Also in breaking, FBI lovebirds who played a key role in the coup attempt against President Trump criminally implicated in Comey's case, facing imminent indictments. A DOJ source says that Peter Strzok and Lisa Page, the two corrupt former FBI agents who became notorious for having a sexual affair as they helped fabricate the Russian hoax against President Trump during the 2016 presidential campaign, are in serious legal jeopardy and are about to join their former boss, James Comey, as a federal criminal defendants. Strzok, who is now on MSDNC national security analyst, famously relayed to Page in text messages that they will stop President Trump from winning the 2016 election. When Page complained to him of the possibility of Trump winning, the two also discussed an insurance policy to take down President Trump in the event that he won the election, which later became known as Russiagate. Now, I'm going to have 𝗀𝗶𝗶𝗶𝗏 on Nino'sCorner.tv many more times to talk about Russiagate. He's a key witness. He knows a lot of the stuff that's going on. Probably top 3 people that I could get on my show is 𝗀𝗶𝗶𝗶𝗏 right now with what's going on. So he's going to be coming on a lot more on Nino'sCorner.tv. Maybe I'll bring him in for a ringside with Nino. Maybe I'll bring him in onto the General's tent. We'll see, but you guys will be having a lot of questions for what's coming. Folks, we are getting ready to take down the biggest crime syndicate in history. And it's going to be for the books. They'll be writing history. I guess they don't write history books anymore, do they? It'll be on audio. Don't worry. Trump administration officials have spoken to Edward Snowden about full pardon, returning home. Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard, a longtime ally of and advocate of persecuted Patriot Edward Snowden, has reportedly spoken with him about the possibility of a looming full pardon, folks, from President Trump and the facilitation of his permanent red carpet return home. That'd be something great, a red carpet return. He is a hero. I think he's a hero. With a hero's welcome, Snowden exposed the evil mass surveillance that our government is engaged in against we the people and was forced out of his own country into exile by the Obama administration for it. What do you think, folks? You think this guy should have a hero's welcome? I do. But what does he think about AI? I mean, it seems like it's still going full speed ahead, if you ask me. So, in other news, President Donald Trump has officially revoked Mike Pompeo's security protection. This move comes less than 24 hours after Trump revealed Pompeo blocked the release of the JFK files during his first administration. Pompeo also has been accused of playing a key role in plotting the assassination of, you know who, Julian Assange. So why is he revoking their security protection? I'll tell you why. You want to know why? Because it'll be a lot easier to arrest them. Yes, sirree. Yes, folks, that's the truth. A lot of people's security protection has been revoked. And you're going to see more of it. Because it's all coming. It's all coming. The Daily Wire, Ben Shapiro, caterpillar eyebrows. You know, I have some thick eyebrows. They're going to turn into a butterfly and fly off my face. But Ben Shapiro, man, that's another league. He's like Ralph. What's that? Ralph. Hey, sugar. Cha-cha-cha. Who is it? Ralph Groucho. Who is it, Alex? That I'm thinking of. You know, the guy with the glasses, the big fucking hairy eyebrows.
Groucho Marx.
Groucho Marx. There you go. Dude, you're so on it, bro. You are so on it. Groucho Marx. That's Ben Shapiro's eyebrows. I'm just saying. Groucho Marx. Oh, boy. So this comes as, yeah, look at those eyebrows. Did he get implants? I mean, sheesh. Pretty, damn, those are some full-ass eyebrows, man. That's all I can see. I don't believe they were always like that. Were they, Alex? Or is that a new additive to his face?
I think as you get older, you know, and
mine are going to get bigger. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Better not talk any shit.
Yeah. The ear hair starts sprouting, the eyebrows, all of it.
I'm going to start combing it back. So the Daily Wire fires half of its staff in mass layoffs. This comes as co-founder Ben Shapiro has lost 85% of his YouTube audience since last year. You could thank Candace for that one. That's pretty crazy, pretty wild and wacky stuff. Wild and wacky stuff. So Ben Shapiro, he's losing a lot of credibility. Have you noticed a lot of these people, a lot of these, I call it the simp operation, the Erica Kirk simp operation. Like, obviously there's some people getting paid. How dare you talk about her? Hey man, calm down. All I've ever said is there's something off, which we all can feel, and that's as far as I'm going with it. I'll let Candace do the rest. And I don't like Candace. I don't like Candace. Someone's, well, I think she's asking the questions a widow should. That's all I'm saying. She's asking the questions any widow would be asking, should be asking. It's getting weird out there. This world is a strange and crazy place. I've been watching a lot of interrogation videos on YouTube, by the way, folks, of women that kill their husbands. And I got to tell you, man, they are as cold, if not colder, than men, and very methodical and manipulative. And I've been watching a lot of these interrogation videos trying to get inside of a woman's mind. But like, because you always picture killers, or, you know, you always picture them being as like men who just fly off the handle. They kill out of emotion. Women are very different. They're very methodical. They really think this shit out, and they poison them with antifreeze. It's pretty wild. And I've been watching a lot of this, and I'll tell you what, they go into jail with handcuffs, still saying they didn't do it and feeling justified. It's wild. It's the craziest shit I've ever seen. Go do yourself a favor and watch some of these interrogation videos of women that kill their husbands, or, you know, men they're in love with, or whatever. Stone cold, man. Stone cold. Like, they keep a straight face, and they got those eyes. You know those eyes. They got those eyes. Like you're pumping nitrogen oxide in the back of their fucking head. Bing. It's crazy. Spirit Airlines. Spirit Airlines shuts down as company says it cannot keep up with the higher oil prices. That sucks. I never flew Spirit Airlines. Isn't that like if Southwest is ghetto, then what's Spirit Airlines? It's like more ghetto, right? If Southwest Airlines is like the Greyhound in the sky, which I call it the sardines in the sky. Like you're just jam packed. Like what's Spirit? That's like is that like the next level down? I don't know. West Palm Beach, Florida, Spirit Airlines, and an impish upstart that shook the industry with its irrelevant ads and deep discount fares, announced Saturday that it has gone out of business after 34 years. The ultra-low-cost airline that once operated hundreds of daily flights on its bright yellow planes and employed about 70,000 people said it had started to orderly wind down of the operations effective immediately. Although Spirit had gone bankrupt twice before, the company said high oil prices, which have been rising because of the war with Iran, made it impossible to stay aloft and stay in business. So goodbye, Spirit Airlines. I'm surprised someone hasn't bought them. I've always thought Spirit Airlines was part of Southwest Airlines. Is it that, Alex, or no?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I've always thought they were, dude. I thought they were like
connected somehow.
Yeah, connected. I always thought it was the same company. I don't know. Fuck.
Someone's gonna buy all their planes. And
100%, dude. 100%.
Yeah.
Probably South. I mean, if it's not Southwest, I would imagine it would be Southwest. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, maybe smaller regional flights or something. They'll figure something out. But
figure something. They got to. Well, let's talk about Mark Kelly for a moment. Mark Kelly tells TMZ. How many of you know that I was on TMZ? Did you know that, Alex?
I had no idea. Were you?
I was on TMZ about 12 years ago. And I was walking into Mastro's in LA and they pulled me aside. Hey, Nino. I was like, yeah. And they're like, they started talking to me. I have the clip. I don't know if I should put it up, but I think it is up. It's the local news covered it here in El Paso too. Like, oh, David Nino Rodriguez was on TMZ. But anyways, it was pretty cool. I got to say I had my 2 minutes of fame on TMZ. It was pretty cool. I mean, I never thought I'd be on TMZ, but I was. So there you go, folks.
Was it about something specific?
Yeah, I said I was scared to surf because of sharks.
Okay.
So I guess they thought that was funny and they aired it. So
dude, that's
Boxer says he's scared to surf. And so they put that on TMZ. It was pretty cool. I can say I was on TMZ. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Mark Kelly to TMZ. DC next president will 86 Trump's Hobby Lobby gold crap. So, you got to remember, folks, these people are going all in. They really do believe Trump's going to be out. Like, obviously, they believe, 2028 will be the last year of Trump. Senator Mark Kelly says America's next president has the work cut out for them cleaning up Donald Trump's mess. But we're not talking policy. We're talking gold. Jacob got the gentleman from Arizona on Capitol Hill Thursday and asked his feelings about Trump's decorating of the Oval Office gold, gold, gold. Mark, a potential presidential candidate in 2028, did not hedge. Whoever wins the White House will rip that gold crap out of the wall and restore some dignity to the Oval Office. I got to say, I find gold to be a little tacky sometimes, but man, Trump sure does love a lot of gold. Mark said even a Republican president would deviate from Trump's gold front. He says gold paint and curtains are not American, and are better fit for a royal palace than a people's house. Mark is quite sure Trump gold isn't the real deal, speculating Hobby Lobby has a big presence in the Oval Office. The senator says Trump is hyper-focused on material crap that doesn't mean shit to the American people, like a ballroom. I guess this guy doesn't understand what's going under the ballroom, does he? Like a ballroom, and he says he's got folks back home in Arizona calling him with the real-world issues, like figuring out how to get their kids to cancer treatments with the prices of gas skyrocketing. So this guy really is going to try to make a run for president. First of all, I think this guy is treasonous, and I think he's belongs in the garbage, if you want my honest opinion. So there's that. As for the glitter, Kelly takes a hard pass. 𝗷𝗃𝗃, I guess that's how you says it. Praz, Michael of the Fugees. I don't know. Do you know who this is, Alex? Michael of the Fugees?
Yeah. One from the group from the 90s with Lauren
Fugees,
Hill.
yeah. Listen to this shit.
Yeah. Has
reported to federal prison to begin a 14-year sentence. He was convicted for illegally funneling millions of dollars in foreign contributions to who? Barack Obama in 2012 re-election campaign. So if you don't think they're going after Obama, they've already got this guy for illegally funneling millions of dollars in contributions, in foreign contributions to Barack Obama's 2012 re-election campaign. That should say a lot to you, folks. When people around you start getting popped, you're next. Oh, what about this guy? Barry Christian, Oklahoma Senate candidate found dead inside car. Oklahoma Senate candidate Barry Christian has been found dead in his vehicle 2 days after he was reported missing. The politician was located in his car at the Sandy Sanders Wildlife Management Area in Beckham County on Thursday at approximately 9:45 a.m. local time. He was last seen in Sayre, Oklahoma on April 28th, and the Sayre Police Department, SPD, received a report. He was missing on April 29th. He was inside his 2024 gray Ram pickup truck when he was found dead. The cause of death has not been released. His body has been transported to the Office of Chief Medical Examiner. So prayers out to his family. Who knows? Well, I wonder what he knew. Seth Rogen. How many of you are fans of Seth Rogen? I'm not. I'm not. Anybody? This guy's so liberal. I mean, he makes most liberals look conservative. And I think a lot of this shit they're spewing out. I mean, I feel bad for the guy. He doesn't want a family. He doesn't want to have kids. I think it's demonic for anybody who's like, oh, I just don't want him. I just think it's, you should be here to reproduce. Sancho did a lot of that. He failed at the reproduction part, but he did a lot of trying. So Seth Rogen says he doesn't want children because it seems like a dark, stressful life with small moments of joy. You don't need kids. The world won't even be here in 30 years, is what he's saying. You don't need kids. The world won't be here in 30 years, says Seth Rogen. I don't know about this guy. I don't know why. I don't know how you all feel about him. I personally I used to like him, man. It doesn't seem like most actors and actresses, you like them when they're first starting, and then it's like this darkness comes over all of them, and then they turn into like these entitled pieces of shit that you just can't stand anymore. That's how I see it. I don't know. And speaking of entitled pieces of shit, I forgot to comment on this. I don't know if any of you watched the David Benavidez fight last night, or not last night. It was on a Saturday night. Great fight. He's been calling out Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez is ducking and dodging, won't fight him. Canelo Alvarez leaves before the main event, so he didn't have to be called out by David Benavidez. That is the most punk bitch move I've ever seen in the history of boxing. In the history, you all wonder why boxing is suffering. It's for pompous pieces of shit like this that get up and leave before the main event. He doesn't even sit and stay to watch David Benavidez fight, which people are calling for Canelo and David Benavidez to fight. They want to see this fight. He leaves before David Benavidez can fight so that he can dodge him and not be called out. This is not the move of a champion. This is the move of a fucking coward. Retire, give up your belts, do whatever you got to do, save face, and get out now. This is getting to the point where it's humiliating for you, and you will be remembered your entire life for this, and especially that moment. You're a coward. Go home. Just wanted to say my piece right there. Oh, boy. Former Pfizer employee Michael Yeadon, I guess that's how you say his name, now claims that people who run the world may not even be human after all, and they could have horns. He warns that the level of coordination behind the global propaganda is so precise, it defies explanation, suggesting it could involve advanced AI, even something supernatural. He says that even when elites appear to make mistakes, it is all deliberate, designed to attack or to track who notices and who doesn't. How the hell have they coordinated everything so well, he says. I mean, I think it's off-world 100%. I don't know if it's aliens or demons or what it is, but I think there's something trying to destroy humanity, and they're doing it from the shadows. They're doing it from the shadows. In other news, Melania Trump reveals that, Trump reveals that Melania Trump hates that he dances to the gay national anthem. Hey, hey. So President Donald Trump revealed Friday that First Lady Melania Trump hates that he loves dancing to the gay national anthem, I guess the YMCA. But if you know what's behind this, which I'll explain right now, the gay national anthem, to close off his rallies, and said that she begged him to stop on the 2024 campaign trail. The 1978 disco hit YMCA, you know that song, by the Village People, long associated with gay culture and coded camp performance, has been the defining soundtrack of the president's political brand since 2016. Now, who knows what this really stands for? Gitmo, baby. That's what YMCA stands for. I'm surprised she doesn't know this. Well, now you do, Miss Melania. It stands for Gitmo, down south. The nice YMCA down south. It doesn't stand for this. He's dancing to YMCA. Your ass is going to Gitmo. So preview for cars in 2027. This is already happening in some of the 2026 models. American was driving a brand new 2026 car. The car gave her an alert that said it couldn't see her eyes. The car then automatically disabled the gas and slowed down enough that could have caused an accident. She had to lean forward so the car's facial recognition could register her eyes and stop the kill switch because the car thought she might be asleep. It was a 6-lane highway, and all of a sudden the gas stopped working, and I'm pressing on the gas. I can't get the car to go, so the car is dinging. It's making all this noise, and I can't figure out what's going on. And I look at the dashboard, and in English it says, "Sit up straight. We can't find your eyes." Why? Why do you need to see my eyes? When I sat upright, the gas would work once again. And so I pressed the gas, but I was slowing down enough that it was going to cause a traffic hazard. And the thing is, it knew I wasn't asleep because it was pressing on the gas. So it knew I was awake. It just wanted to see my eyes. So once I set up upright and leaned forward, I guess it did the facial recognition. And then it says, may I send these results to a third party? This is horrifying considering the new mandate to have kill switches in every new vehicle by 2027. It looks like it's already happening, but overseas, we're just the next one in line, folks, in America. So this is already happening overseas. And I'm telling you, the technology will and be abused by the government. So who's after Trump? I've always said, post-Trump era, it's like he's setting up this AI digital prison for the next one in line. I hope he signs executive orders and he flushes this shit down the toilet because, folks, they're going to take all our jobs. You are going to be living in a prison system, a prison planet. This is where they're going with this, 100%. And I think these cars are going to shut off. And here's just a theory of mine. And I want to know what you all think. Give me your thoughts in the comments. But I have a feeling that these cars, these vehicles, will be shutting off if you leave too far. I don't know, let's say 15 minutes outside of your area. And I think there's going to be new regional maps to where your vehicle will not go past, will not be allowed to drive past, because you got to stay in your social credit score region. That's what I see coming. In other words, you're not allowed to drive to New Mexico. You're not allowed to drive to California. You're not allowed to take a road trip because you didn't do well on your social credit score. So then the car turns off when you leave about 15, 20 minutes outside of your designated area. I'm telling you, folks, that's what they're planning. It's scary. It's scary shit. And they're planning it right now. And in what the fuck news, move over Barnes and Noble. I can't even believe these places are still around. There's a Barnes and Noble. I like to go in there and like still smell the pages of the books. And there's still people that read. I'm like, wow, that's like a lost art. You still go to bookstores and read. And by the way, I did not write my book with AI. I wrote the book 100% from me on my phone, and I wrote the entire book. So there you go. All right. I wrote that entire book. It's from me. But listen to this. Bookless bookstore. There it is. Audio only. Bookshop opens in New York. Audiobook giant Audible opened what it billed as the first bookless bookstore in New York on Friday, as industry statistics show more American consumers embracing this format. There is no rustle of pages or stocks of best-selling novels at the pop-up store opened by the Amazon subsidiary on the Lower East Side of Manhattan. This is a physical place entirely dedicated to bringing audio storytelling to life. Who would go to a place to put on headphones and just listen to someone tell a story over? I don't get this. Audio CEO Bob Kerrigan said during a press tour of the Audible Story House on Thursday, it was a slightly wild idea, which took quite a big bit of imagination, Kerrigan said, adding that the month-long pop-up aims to bring audiobooks to life in this environment where you can browse, you can connect with people. According to the Audio Publishers Association, APA, audiobook sales reached 2.22 billion in the United States in 2024, nearly doubling over the past 5 years. So people are getting too lazy to read. Are people now? This is serious. Do you think even reading will be a lost art at some point? I mean, we're getting so lazy that I think people are I really do believe that we're going to have everything thinking for us and doing things for ourselves, that we're going to lose. People are already forgetting how to write cursive. People are forgetting they're not reading as well as they used to. They're not reading the newspaper anymore. This is getting to me, folks. This is insanity. And I mean, you're actually going to a bookstore to sit there and he's going to stand there and listen to a whole fucking book on his headset. I mean, I don't understand this. I don't get it. I want to know what you think about it. Put it in the comments. And I think now we're going to go ahead and take some, I don't know, folks. I think we're going to take some, oh, geez. Okay. I think we're going to take some questions or some super chats. 𝗀𝗵𝗶𝗶𝗃, thank you so much. 576. You're always there for me. God bless you. Thank you, 𝗀𝗵𝗶𝗃. 𝗬𝗵𝗶𝗃𝗏 Brooks. Thank you. 𝗬𝗵𝗶𝗃𝗏 Brooks. 𝗀𝗵𝗶𝗃𝗃 576. You're back again. You're awesome. You're always here. If you don't want to give on the super chats, folks, I will gladly accept Venmo and I will answer your questions there. The Scottsdale Dawn. Nino, if you had the opportunity to left hook one of the following: Obama, Gavin Newsom, Jimmy Kimmel. Ooh. Who would you choose? I think Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel. He's annoying to me. Jimmy Kimmel, yeah. Just because what he's doing, using his platform to be such a horse's ass and like call out I mean, it's a tough one between all three of them, obviously. But yeah, left hook fucking Jimmy Kimmel for sure. Karen Kobe. Super sticker. Thank you so much. That's a big one. Thank you so much, Karen. Tony XRP. Hey, David, been a listener a long time since your first video when you came out. Is there, if there is one thing you can tell us, I need to know, is there going to be a tidal wave hitting the Florida coast, east or west side? They do have that technology. I'll tell you that. They have that technology, and it is a concern for some of my guests. I've not heard Florida. I've heard more California, because the response there will be coordinated with the Dems. So I've heard West Coast is what I've heard. Now that's just what I'm hearing. So that's one thing I do. Yes, they do have that technology, by the way. Yes. 𝗀𝗵𝗶𝗃𝗃, super sticker. Thank you so much. Samajalan, woman threw explosive at a man while he was asleep. What? Well, I mean, that doesn't surprise me. I was just talking about that. That's crazy. Threw explosive at man while he was jeez, man. You know, this world's a sick place, man. It's just a sick, sick place. Kelly Ray, 1982, great show. Thank you, David, for all you do. Love you big. Prayers continued. Love you too. And I'll see you at this. I'll see all of you at Ringside with Nino on Nino's Corner.tv. Remember, the sale is still going. I'm probably going to keep it up for a while longer. It's a one-time payment, and you live forever. As long as Nino's Corner.tv lives and breathes, you are there as a lifetime member. All right. Let's see. Samajalan 23, if civil cord severs astral projecting, you're stuck. It's so, yeah, I guess so. I guess you're right. Yeah. I guess you're right. But I don't know. Ask Darius J. Wright that question. I mean, I guess he would be fine just moving on. I mean, he could control his out-of-body experience, so he'll just be fine wherever he's at, right? Yeah, me, I'd panic. Elsa Clark 7231. My maiden name is Benavides. Yes, absolutely, man. That guy is the future of boxing, man. I am very impressed with that guy, man. I am very impressed. Big time 17 ounce Iran issues threat of more threats coming. yeah, that's about right. That's about right. All right, let's get to the next one. 𝗬𝗏𝗍𝗏, cash for clunkers was 2 scrap cars they can't shut off. Oh, was 2 scrapped cars they can't shut off. I mean, I still have my pickup truck. I still got my diesel pickup truck, and I'm going to keep that. Unless they make these cars illegal, which I probably see happening in the future. But I'm not like planning to outrun the cops or anything. So, I mean, I guess if you're not doing shit wrong, you have nothing to worry about. But still, what if you're running away from a creep or a weirdo, not me, but any woman out there, and you need to get in your car, and then it's like the car decides that you're panicked and doesn't start. And then you're in hell of, what is it, high water, whatever. I mean, you're in serious trouble. You're trying to get in your car. You're trying to put it in gear. You're panicked. You're running from somebody. Tough shit. The car turns off. That's how I see it. Andrea Dakes 5049. Are you going to bring back the live video chats? I thought it is a live video chat right now. What is she talking about, Alex? Live video.
I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure. Are you maybe the callers we used to do a while ago? But then again,
that just, you know what happens with that is people don't watch what they say, right, Alex? It's
right.
like, and then they go on and on and on and on, and they're going into their life story, and then I'm stuck here for 2 hours. It's right, dude. It's kind of like, holy shit. It becomes their show.
Right.
I mean, I appreciate the compliments and all that. Yeah, I'm not saying, but right, Alex, gets kind of weird.
Yeah, it can be harder to, now there's the ringside with Nino and stuff, which didn't exist back then too, which kind of gives more of an opportunity.
Yeah,
for that,
absolutely. So. That's where you go now. Ringside with Nino. If you wanted to talk live on Zoom with me, we all war game together. I get your questions in. I still got to take it. I still got to make it about 2 minutes a question, but yeah, you get to, and then I leave you all to a free for all for the rest of the night sometimes, where you guys actually stay on for hours. Networking, Patriot networking, the whole thing. Ringside with Nino is the place to be, folks. It's growing fast, by the way. And everyone is networking, and there's a live chat on the side where people are typing and talking to each other. And if you have no life like me, because I quit drinking, it's kind of fun to see people twice a month and just network and have a good time. Faster than you. I like that. Thanks for all you do. Thank you. Faster than you. I like that. All right, folks, I'm out of here. Thank you for joining. Alex, good show.
Yeah, another great show, man. A big audience today, too. And yeah, I just keep thinking about the electric car stuff with the AI shutting it off. And man, yeah, I used to have a 98 Mazda truck, which I really liked. It just died earlier this year, or last year, but I feel like you gotta go for like slightly older, not too old where there's no like airbags, but some of those older vehicles.
Just get a big fucking truck, man, an old truck. That's what I got.
Get a couple of them, like for when one dies, then you have, because in
Mad
like a few
Max
years,
like some Mad Max. I get an old Bronco, fix it up. You know what I mean? Like, dude, something simple, man, that they can't turn off with a satellite or whatever.
Yeah,
dude. I think it's scary, dude, and I hope Trump does something about this like fast, because this is ridiculous. They're moving full speed ahead on this digital prison, and I want no part of it. They're trampling on our rights.
Yep.
So that's how I see it.
100%.
All right, folks. I'll see you at Nino'sCorner.tv. I'm going on with Melissa Redpill, Joshua Reed today, and 𝗀𝗏𝗍𝗏, I think, maybe today. All right, folks. I'm out of here. Peace out, baby. And the new heavyweight champion of podcasting and